Self-sabotage is when we behave in a way that undermines the outcome that we want. Self-sabotage, it fascinates me because I see it being done every day. It's the choices we make which keep us from what we desire. Let's look at some examples of how it can show up. You missed an important appointment. You started an argument with someone who you want a relationship with. You told a potential client who you would like to work with that you don't have time to talk. Or worse, you would do the work for free. I could go on. Or sometimes we just stop working toward what we want because of whatever excuse we come up with. It will never work, so who am I to start? The worst part of this is that is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Of course it will never work if you stop. When we self-sabotage our dreams, we end up feeling a sense of worthlessness, and that can result in damaging our personal relationships as we direct our frustration in the wrong places. So how can you do better and overcome self-sabotage? Let's talk about it. So to overcome self-sabotage, the first step that you can do is identify how you do it. And 2 simple questions will help you with that. First, what have I wanted to achieve that I haven't yet achieved? Easy. Second, what did I do that contributed to that outcome? It's a little more difficult. So I wanted to have a better job, but I refused to put in the long hours to find the interview that I wanted. I wanted a new career, but I didn't put in the work to get qualified. I wanted a paying client. I didn't ask them for money. I wanted to be at that appointment. I did. I just forgot to set an alarm or 2. Whatever it is, identify how you got in your own way. There's a really good book written by Gay Hendricks and it's called The Big Leap. And the gist of the book is about how we reach a ceiling in our happiness and then we do something unconsciously that stops us breaking that glass ceiling. We do something that brings us back down to earth. Right? And fundamentally the root of all these things, not breaking through the ceiling or creating self-sabotage, is a fear of something. You need to dive deep on this one, and I would advise you to do it whether it's working with a coach or a mentor. But let's use an earlier example, right? You wanted a better job, but you didn't put in the hours. You allowed distractions to get in the way, whatever the reason is. Look deeper. Underneath all of that is fear. And it's not because you struggle to focus, because if it was important enough, you wouldn't let distractions get in the way. For example, imagine the life of your family member was on the line. Would you allow yourself to get distracted? Of course not. You'd get it done. So your fear of this new job put distractions in the way. But why did it do that? Are you afraid to fail? Are you afraid of not delivering on your promises? Are you afraid of looking dumb in front of your new colleagues because you don't have the same experience that they do? Remember this simple question, write it down, read it daily. How am I getting in my own way? What is it? Once you identify that, you have to decide if you want to overcome it. If you do, I suggest you watch my other video on imposter syndrome, so you can learn to love being in situations where you feel out of your depth. But before you watch that video, make sure to click the thumbs up and hit the subscribe on my channel. Cheers!